Take a moment to relax and let this story bring you a sense of peace. Bluebell and Yarrow, A Tale of Support. This story is about Bluebell, a kind-hearted girl, supporting her mouse friend Yarrow during a perilous storm. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and endless fields of golden wheat, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Bluebell. Her hair shimmered like morning sunlight, and her laughter was a melody that danced upon the gentle breeze. Bluebell loved every creature that lived in the village, but she shared a special bond with a family of mice. Yarrow, the eldest of the mice, was wise beyond his years. His fur was gray like the stormy sky, and his eyes sparkled with the wisdom of ages past. One chilly autumn evening, as the leaves blushed red and spiraled to the earth, an unexpected storm hit the village. The winds howled like a mournful cry, and the rain fell in torrents that turned the village streets into flowing rivers. Bluebell watched from her window, concern knitting her brow as the mice scurried for shelter. Yarrow's family lived in an old burrow at the edge of Bluebell's garden, their home now threatened by rising waters. Without hesitation, Bluebell donned her sturdy boots and cloak, heading into the raging storm towards the garden. She arrived to find the mice clustered together, eyes wide with fear as the water crept ever closer. "Fear not, dear friends," Bluebell called, her voice steady despite the pounding rain. Yarrow scampered to her side, relief evident in his twitching whiskers. Together, they set to work. Bluebell rolled large stones with all her might, creating a barrier to divert the water's path. Yarrow and his family helped shakily but determinedly, using sticks and leads to reinforce the barricade. The storm raged on relentless and fierce, yet their resolve did not waver. With each stone placed, each stick added, the threat lessened until almighty skies tamed their fury, and peace was restored. Exhausted but triumphant, Bluebell and the mice rested in the burrow. Once the storm had passed, the fire flickered, casting warm shadows as Bluebell shared stories that painted smiles on weary faces. Yarrow gazed at Bluebell in gratitude, his heart lightened by the kindness that had shielded them in their time of need. "You are a beacon of hope, Bluebell," he said softly. Bluebell returned his smile, knowing that this friendship was woven with threads of trust and the courage to support one another through trials. In the days that followed, the villagers admired Bluebell and her brave deeds, though she merely laughed and said she had done what any friend would do. Her humility and unwavering belief in kindness had shown the power of unity and love. From then, whenever storms threatened to disturb the peace, the village knew they need only look to Bluebell and Yarrow to find the strength to support each other and weather any challenge. Their tale, a testament to the enduring strength found in companionship, echoed in the hearts of the villagers, becoming a bedtime story whispered to young ones at night. And thus, in the quiet and serene slumber of this village, their legacy lived on. Let's drift further into the night with our next tale. The Persistent Journey of Heather and Akelpha. This story is about Heather and Akelpha's journey of persistence in search of a legendary waterfall, discovering that the journey itself is the true treasure. In a quaint village nestled between emerald hills and azure skies, there lived a girl named Heather. Her eyes sparkled with the hues of autumn leaves, and her spirit brimmed with a sense of adventure. Heather was a dreamer, ever yearning to uncover the mysteries that whisper through the rustling trees of her homeland. One crisp morning, as the golden sun bathed the village in its gentle light, Heather decided to embark on a journey. With a packed satchel and a heart full of hope, she ventured into the surrounding woods. The air was thick with the scent of pine and promise. Among the trees, she met Akelpha, a joyful sprite with wings that shimmered in every shade of the rainbow. Okausa was known for his infectious laughter and unwavering optimism. "Where are you going, dear Heather?" he asked in a voice as sweet as the honeyed morning dew. "To find the hidden waterfall of eternal whispers," she replied with determination. It was said that whoever found the waterfall would be blessed with endless inspiration. Okalipha, sensing her earnest wish, decided to accompany her. Their journey was filled with challenges, from thorn-laden paths to steep, rocky climbs. Yet, they pressed on, driven by the allure of discovery. Heather stumbled often, but with each fault she grew more resolute. Okalipha's laughter was a constant balm, lifting her spirits like a cheerful melody. Together, they braved raging storms and dark, foreboding caverns. The bond they forged was unbreakable, a testament to their persistence. As days turned into weeks, doubts tried to seep into Heather's heart. What if the waterfall is just a legend? She pondered aloud. The caliph, fluttering beside her, reassured Revan, if it is, think of the journey we've had, and all the wonders we've seen. His words kindled a fire within Heather, renewing her resolve. Finally, on the 21st day, they reached a hidden valley. The morning mist unveiled the elusive waterfall, cascading over rocks, with a song that seemed to carry the wisdom of ages. Transfixed, Heather listened, her heart swelling with inspiration. In that moment, she realized that the journey itself had painted her soul with colors more vibrant than any treasure. Together, they danced under the waterfall, their spirits soaring like eagles in flight. In the village, Heather became a storyteller, her tales filled with the depth and wonder of her journey. And Akalipha, invisible to most, always lingered nearby, ensuring her stories were imbued with magic. Their tale of persistence became a legend, inspiring generations to dare and dream beyond the horizon. Let's explore a new tale, soft and warm. A joyful celebration, Lily and Amaryllis. His story is about Lily and Amaryllis celebrating their special friendship with a joyful party that brings people together. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village surrounded by green meadows and vibrant flowers, lived a kind-hearted girl named Lily. In the small cottage she called home, Lily kept a peculiar pet as sighty and tiny, mischievous mouse named Amaryllis. Despite the difference in size and stature, Lily and Amaryllis were inseparable friends. Every morning, as dawn kissed the sky with hues of orange and pink, they embarked on adventures around the village. Their favorite spot was an old oak tree that stood proudly at the edge of the meadow. The day was a special day, for it marked the 10th anniversary of their friendship. Lily wanted to celebrate it grandly. She decided to throw a party, inviting all the children from the village along with their pets. As she planned the festivities, Amaryllis scampered round offering ideas and comic antics, ensuring that their little party would be unforgettable. The decorations were a mix of colorful ribbons, balloons swaying in the wind, and tables adorned with fragrant wildflowers. The aroma of freshly baked pastries, juicy berries, and the sound of joyous laughter filled the air, creating a night so full of joy and togetherness. As the afternoon sun cast long shadows on the grass, Lily and Amaryllis were ready for their guests. Children arrived with butterflies fluttering in jars, dogs wagging tails, and cats prancing playfully, turning the meadow into a lively scene. Lily wore a blue dress sprinkled with daisies, while Amaryllis sported a miniature bounty that matched his gleaming eyes. The games began with a treasure hunt, leading the children through the meadow to find hidden trinkets. Laughter echoed as little feet raced across the fields, and Amaryllis darted between legs, swaying in merriment. After the games, it was time for Stratalafa. Lily, with Amaryllis perched on her shoulder, captivated everyone with tales of their adventures, holding the audience in thrall. As flight descended, the sky transformed into a canvas of stars. Lily lit a string of lanterns, hanging from the branches of the oak tree, casting a magical glow. Music filled the air, and everyone danced. Adults joined in, their hearts lightened by the children's joy. Under the starlit sky, Lily and Amaryllis shared a moment of quiet gratitude for the beautiful day. The party was a success, a celebration of friendship and love, reminding everyone of the precious bonds they shared. As the guests began to depart, Lily watched as Amaryllis scampered around helping to tidy up, his tiny paws busy yet filled with joy. It had been a day to remember, a testament to the wonderful connection between the girl and her beloved mouse, their friendships woven into the fabric of the village's heart. As the cottage door creaked closed, Lily whispered to Amaryllis, "Thank you for the joy you've brought into my life." The mouse squeaked softly in reply, nestling close, and together they drifted into a peaceful slumber. Another gentle journey awaits. Radiance of Friendship, Katie and Gloxinia's Journey. This story is about Katie and Gloxinia, who discover the radiant light of friendship in a mystical forest. In a quaint village nestled between lush green hills and sprawling meadows, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Kitty. Her radiant smile was known to everyone just as much as her love for all living creatures. Among these creatures was a small, adventurous mouse named Gloxinia, who lived in the cozy, hideous garden. One autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with strokes of pink and orange, Katie sat by the garden pond. The air was crisp, carrying the sweet scent of fallen leaves mixed with the cool essence of the coming night. Katie hummed softly, her tunes creating ripples in the water, capturing the fleeting golden light. Gloxinia, always drawn to Katie's gentle songs, scampered up next to her, his tiny whiskers twitching with excitement. "What adventures await us tonight, dear Gloxinia?" Kate asked, her eyes twinkling under the dusk sky. The mouse stood upright, his eyes gleaming with curiosity. "Let's find the source of the radiance we've heard about from the old storyteller mouse," he squeaked. This tale of a radiant light had been whispered among the village animals, a light said to dance across the forest at the edge of their village, glowing brighter than the stars. Eager to explore, they embarked on their journey under the canopy of twinkling stars. The path was a tapestry of shadows and moonbeams, where leaves whispered secrets to the night. As Kodas and Gloxinia ventured deeper, they encountered fireflies, their lanterns flickering like miniature stars tangled in the branches. The duo moved forward, guided by the gentle glow of kind creatures showing them the way. After walking for a while, they arrived at the heart of the forest, where an ethereal glow seemed to pulse like a heartbeat, emanating from an ancient, gnarled tree. The tree was a sight to behold. Its bark shimmered with the wisdom of ages, and its roots cradled luminous mushrooms that radiated life. Overwhelmed by the tranquil beauty, Katie placed her hand on the bark, feeling the warmth of the tree seep into her, filling her with an inexplicable sense of peace. Gloxinia sniffed the air, his whispers vibrating with delight, recognizing the stories as true. They sat together, enveloped in a cocoon of glow, the forest round them humming with life's endless symphony. Their hearts full ways like Katie mused aloud, even in darkness. "You just have to look for it," Gloxinia nodded in agreement, his tiny heart swelling with joy. As they made their way back home, the path seemed less daunting, lit by the newfound radiance within them. When they returned to the village, Kay and Gloxinia shared their discovery, becoming beacons of inspiration for all. Their tales spread, a reminder of the friendship and light residing in everyone's hearts. May peace be with you tonight. Sweet dreams.